Jimmy and I became very, very close.
And was the perfect guy at the perfect time. And you're on a really good team. I mean, the program is cooking down there in Miami,
Yeah.
right? Your third season, you guys end up in the Fiesta Bowl taking on Penn State, and you lost.
I was crushed. I was crushed. We were 3 touchdowns better than that team. But we got out of hand the whole week in Arizona. We were out of hand. We were just doing some crazy things and having too much fun and we're not focused and we should have easily won that game. That was probably my most difficult loss in my whole career. Losing that game to Penn State in that championship game.
This is for the national championship.
For national championship.
So the '87 season, the Hurricanes go undefeated.
Yes.
And you have an opportunity to do what you couldn't do the year before, and that is win a national championship. What is that carrot out there like for you?
Oh, I remember Jimmy, he said, whatever it takes. That was the slogan for the '87 season, whatever it takes to finish it, whatever it takes.
You're right down the street in Fort Lauderdale. You got family there.
Yeah.
It looked like this.
Yeah. So let me tell you, it was great. And you see me hugging Coach there, and it was something because that was a special moment for me because Coach at the time was like my father, and it was a great moment, man, to share with him there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a championship.
Yeah, back then, you had to graduate early to leave early, and I was trying to get to the league to take care of my mom, so that's why I went all to summer school, and I graduated early. And then I applied for the NFL. But I had to talk to Coach first. And at that time, if some team drafted me that I didn't want to go to, since I was officially a junior and graduating, I could really say no to the team. Because if the team drafted me and I didn't want to play for them, I could drop a class, they would lose the draft choice, I would have to pick up a summer class, graduate, and then apply for what they call a supplemental draft. So here I am, the brokest dude in the world, and I'm trying to position myself to negotiate in my first contract with the NFL so I could get to where I wanted to. And so I would talk to Coach. Coach said, now listen, I'll never forget Jimmy saying to me, he said, I know what you're trying to do. He said, I know what you're trying to do. And he said, I don't mind what you're trying to do. He says, but if Dallas draft you, none of that shenanigans, none of that, you know. And he told me then, he said, I got a Warrior buddy of mine who might be buying the Dallas Cowboys.
He knew prior.
Yes.
That it was a
prior
possibility.
To me getting drafted.
Wow, that Jerry could be the owner.
Jerry was looking into buying the Dallas Cowboys.
And if Jerry's the owner,
right.
Jimmy's
he was coming as
step.
the coach. Right. He was coming as the next coach. So Green Bay called, and I was on the phone with Green Bay. Michael, we're thinking about drafting. I was like, Green Bay? Like, you know, I'm from Florida. Green Bay? You know, like, whoa, you know. And my whole house started, no way, Green Bay. No, I'm like,
oh my God.
No, right? I'm looking around like, we the poorest people in the world. And we talk about no way, Green Bay. And I actually said no to Green Bay. And then Dallas just drafted me. They never even called. You know, they never even called. They just drafted me. But I was happy. My dad was such a huge Cowboy fan. So I was always happy. Oh, man, he's a huge Cowboy fan. He wore a fedora hat, and we watched Tom Landry all the time. And my dad would always say, boy, if you ever play from Dallas Cowboys, boy, it'd be something, boy. I mean, he loved the Dallas Cowboys.